Welcome back, everybody. Imagine a Way is a local nonprofit resource providing support for critical therapies for families of children with autism. The organization's annual gala is coming up, so President Sarah Galbraith is here to tell us more about it. It's been a year since we've seen her last. I know that last year was successful. We're happy to have you back, Sarah. Good morning.
Thank you for having us back. We're happy to be here.
Let's remind everybody at home, if we can, about the Imagine a Way Gala and the reason that y'all do it. This is your biggest fundraiser of the year, right?
Yes, it's the big one. We have a few smaller ones, but this is the one where we raise the bulk of the funds. All of the money we raise goes to providing therapies for families with kids on the spectrum. And this is it, like this is the big time, the Super Bowl for us, right, to raise that money. So we're getting therapies paid for directly to the clinics, all the big ones that you can think of, and that's the night for it.
Well, and we definitely want to talk about money. So let's first talk about financial barriers, if you wouldn't mind, that families with autism diagnoses in the family tend to face, and how this gala can help.
Yes, for sure. So a lot of the direct costs that people think of are applicable, of course. So lots of people have insurance and that covers some of it, but even with insurance, the copays, the deductibles, they add up really fast. And there's things that people don't think about. So if you have a toddler, because they're getting diagnosed earlier now, which we love,
which is great,
they're still napping. So if you have a kid that goes to ABA for the day and needs to take a nap, you have to either go pick them up and take them home and give them a nap and bring them back, or you have to pay them out of pocket to provide that nap time. So there's little things like that that people don't think about, right? The cost itself is huge, of course. Our families are looking at $40,000 a year in therapies, which is astounding. And then there's also the indirect costs. So we see a lot of families that have two parents that are working and then they get a diagnosis and it's like, I have to, you know, one of the people has to take time off to drive them around. They maybe can't keep a job. We're going to therapies back and forth all day, or maybe we have kids in daycare and they can no longer go there with the diagnosis. So there's all different ways that these families are being impacted financially, and we're seeing them do everything they can to try to meet those needs, working 3 jobs, selling their home, and we want to try to reach people before they get to that point if we can.
Absolutely, yeah. And you've been in a great situation so far the last couple of years, that you haven't had a wait list, but a wait list has now begun, and so it's more important now than ever that we make sure that we raise big funds for this year's gala. So talk to me about that and the increase in diagnoses that you're seeing.
For sure. So in 2019, we decided no more wait lists. We're going to do whatever it takes to raise the money, and we've done that since then. But as most people have seen in the news, the rates of diagnosis are going up. So just this summer, we got new numbers from the CDC. It's now 1 in 31 kids. 2 years before, it was 1 in 36, and 2 years before that, it was 1 in 44. So pretty rapid increase in the numbers. And with that, we're seeing more kids getting those diagnoses earlier and needing help from us sooner. So we've got some kids on the wait list. We have 25 right now. We're looking at needing around $123,000 to support the need. And the important thing for us with Imagine a Way is we support the kids from the age of diagnosis all the way through the end of the year when they turn 7. And so if we commit to help you when you're 3, we're going to make sure we have the funds available to do that all the way through. So we see those kids all the way through that journey.
And I'm glad you brought that number up, actually, because early intervention, early diagnosis is so important. And that's one of the reasons those numbers are changing, is that doctors are getting better at spotting it earlier, not necessarily that there's an increase in autism, right?
For sure. And I think parents are spotting it too. I think the more we talk about it, the more awareness we have. People are understanding some of the things to watch for and bringing it up to their care providers. You know, we've seen people where the doctors might say, oh, you know, give it some time, let's see. And the parents are the ones advocating, saying like, no, I really want to see a specialist. I want to get on this sooner. And so I think that's part of it too.
Absolutely. I mean, even in our family, there's a little one who walks on his toes. And that can be an indicator that maybe autism is something to discuss. So some really important things for parents to be aware of there. But so yes, we want to get kids off the wait list. We want to make sure that as those numbers continue to change, we continue to help. And then just if you can touch on why early intervention, early diagnosis is so important, I think it would help.
No, for sure. It's that critical window we see in brain development. I'm certainly not a doctor or clinician, but I've done a lot of the research and we've seen it firsthand with our kids. I have one myself on the spectrum. That window in those first few years for neurodivergent or neurotypical kids is critical, right? When we see all of that development going on. And particularly with kids that are neurodivergent, that's the window that we can get in there and really provide the support that they need. And we see kids at Imagine Away that are going in nonverbal, and 2 weeks into therapies are saying mom and dad for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, we want to give, it's huge, and we want to see these kids be able to reach whatever their potential is and give them that opportunity. They deserve to go to school and play sports and have friends and someday grow up and be an adult with autism that has a job and all the things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the gala itself. Going to be a fun one.
Yes.
You guys have a really good theme this year.
Thank
Talk
you.
to me about what to expect.
Okay, so it's a Mad Men theme, which is, I think, so fun from a fashion perspective.
Oh, fashion.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
But we really try to make the gala fun. I know it's a heavy topic, but we really try to make it a fun night. So it's an immersive experience. From the time you get there, you will be transported back to the days of Sterling Cooper. So you will, I'm not going to give away too much, but you'll spend some time in their office, and then you'll be transported to a jazz club in New York. We have an amazing local brand, Big Night Jazz, that's coming to play for us. And it's going to be a fun time. And hopefully we'll raise a lot of money to help more kids.
And you've got options because you have a silent auction.
Yes.
You have a live auction as well.
We do. We have a silent auction with lots of great items. We have a live auction with big vacation homes and fun experiences for anybody.
Those are always the most fun things to see. It's like 10 people can go to Tuscany.
Yes, yes.
So get your friends together.
Costa Rica, France, a ski trip, whatever it is you want to do. We've got it. So those are a lot of fun. And that's where you really see people be very generous and have fun with it, and know that they're doing something really big to give back.
It tells me that you should get your friends together and make sure you buy tickets. So just
Yes.
real quickly in our last 10 seconds, besides this gala, how else can we support y'all throughout the year?
I just think having these conversations is so important. There's people out there that don't know that we exist, and we want to help people, whether it's with resources or connecting them with somebody that can help them and give them some support. So just spread the word.
You've done your job today,
Thank you.
Sarah. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Guys, you'll be mad to miss this party, Mad Men themed, of course. Get your tickets now at imagineaway.org.